What's up, everybody? Jeremy Weiss here with Weiss Tech Hockey, and I'm really excited. We've got Paul here from Base Hockey, and I'm not going to do a whole huge intro. I'm going to let Paul kind of talk for himself. But Paul, welcome to Weiss Tech Hockey.
Oh, thank you.
And why don't you show us or tell us what we've got going on here and kind of explain what we're going to be doing today.
Okay. So here at Base Hockey, what we like to do is we fit players into hockey sticks with our high-speed cameras. Okay. So we've got all these different sticks over here, different flexes, different curves. You can take a look at the table here. Some of the curves are in different lies, so we can make sure to get the perfect lie, perfect flex, perfect curve for the way that players play hockey.
Okay, so this is almost like getting fitted for a set of golf clubs then?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So this is exciting for me because maybe it exists, but I've never seen it before with hockey sticks. So this is going to be cool. So why don't you tell us about some of the setup that we've got?
Yeah, so we've got some synthetic ice here. So
bring the camera over so we can see it. Here, I'll let you hold this.
Okay, right on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've got synthetic ice here so that players can actually put their skates on. That way we can fit the stick to the exact height that they're going to play it on. So like long-reaching defensemen, we suggest going right to the nose, more offensive defensemen right to the lip, and more shifty centermen, danglers, kind of more to the chin. But at the same time, it is more preference of a player. That's just sort of the standard rule of thumb. So we've got our also high-speed camera set up on this side, so that way it actually captures 1,250 frames per second. So that's going to really help us analyze how much flex a player is getting on their shots, figure out if we need to go a little bit stiffer, a little bit whippier to get that extra jump on the shot. And at the same time, we'll figure out what a player's go-to shot is. Because if a player uses only a wrist shot and a snapshot, there's no reason fitting them for that slap shot. But at the same time, we take a look at all the shots so that way, that occasional time they do let a slap shot go, we don't want it to be too whippy to where the puck's going to just miss the net.
Perfect. All right, so this should be fun. I've never skated on synthetic ice before, so I might embarrass myself here, but we're gonna let Paul pick apart my shot for me and see how it goes.
All right, so Jeremy, what kind of a player are you? You play offense or defense?
I play forward, right wing usually. My bread and butter is usually my snapshot.
Snapshot?
I take the occasional slap shot, but it's a little ugly, so I shy away from it. But most of my best shots are, kind of in the wheelhouse where, 15 feet out or so. I'm pretty accurate. I got a quick release, but probably not the hardest snapshot.
Okay, we'll definitely take a look at what's going on, see if we can't get more power into that shot.
Sounds good.
And what curve are you using right now?
This is an Iginla. I've got a 100 flex stick, which I'm short, so that might be a little much for me. But the reason why I like it is because it helps me with battles. So when I'm battling, I'm heavy on the bottom hand.
Okay.
And so I sacrifice, I think, a little bit on the flex for having more power on the stick.
Definitely. Understandable. Right on. And all right, so let's just go ahead and take a look at your shots. We'll kind of break it down, see if there's anything mechanically we need to correct, kind of get that much more power in your shot. Okay. We'll see how much flex we are getting, and you never know. You are a big, strong guy. That 100 flex might be right for you.
We'll see. What do you want me to start with?
We'll start actually, I want to see what your wrist shot looks like. Then we'll get a snap, then we'll get a slap, but I'm going to kind of fit you for mainly the snapshot.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And camera's all set. Fire in the hole. Did you like that first shot?
Oh. Sorry, I thought you were just wanting me to shoot a shoot.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, so what we like to do is I'll capture a shot, make sure that you're happy with it, and then we'll break that one down.
Okay. All right, let me start over then.
No problem. I'll get this one ready. All right, Jeremy, go for it.
That was all right.
Okay, so now that we know you like that shot, let's take a look. Okay, so I just run through it first. I want to make sure I captured the entire shot. Okay, so puck's out of view a little bit, but at least I can see the flex and what we're getting. So now we'll kind of break it down. So the things that we actually look for on the beginning of your shot, from the elbow to the end of your blade, is all one line, shows us you're holding your stick the right way, which is very important. Next, you got your head to the target. It's going to be that much easier to be accurate when you are looking at the target. So now you're loading the weight from your back foot. You are pushing off onto your front foot. But like you were saying, it is just a little bit stiff there for you. Want to get a little bit more flex. So one thing that we can actually do to try to get even more flex, you see how your front leg is kind of locking out?
Yep.
We want to actually keep it more on a good knee bend with the weight all on the toe of your front foot. Because by having more of a knee bend, it's going to allow your upper body to get a little bit more up and over on the shot. So now it's more your weight leaning on the stick to flex it and not just the arms.
Okay.
So now though on the follow through, I can tell your blade wasn't very open at all. Wrists are rolling over, good timing. Just on the finish to really help with that accuracy, you want to finish the wrists all the way over. You want to finish with the toe of your blade always pointed right at the target where you want that puck to go. But other than that, you're on a good angle leaning into the shot. Your ear right now is close to the heel of that back foot. So if we just had a little bit more of a knee bend, it'll allow you to get a little more up and over, just get that little bit more power in the shot.
All right.
So we try to teach kids how to shoot in full stride. So that way not only will they be able to take their shot, continue going to the net to pick up the rebound, but now all of their power and energy is going in the direction they want to shoot the puck. So we'll see elbow end of the blade is all one continuous line. Front foot's to the target, starting out with a good knee bend. So loading the weight on the back foot, exploding onto the front foot, really pushing that body up and over. So as that back foot fully extends the skating stride, as he's about to release it, we'll see how it pushes the body up and over to where the ear is already right over the knee, over the toe, and that blade is still completely squared out to the target. So as that flex releases, you roll the wrists over, point at the target, and we always want to be on that good angle, launching towards the net. The ear's going to end up right over the toe, and on this one, Cliff ended up and over that toe, but at least if we can get the ear to be right over the knee and right over the toe is what we're looking for. Then the harder you want to shoot it, the lower you want to get, and the more you want that body up and over on the shot. Okay, so now let's take a look at your snapshot actually with your stick. And I am ready when you are. Did you feel good with that one, or want a round two?
That's right. One more.
Okay. Round two. Had a little better sound? 52 on that one. Oh, good. Head up to the target. Perfect alignment. So on the start here, one thing with the snapshot, you can see how your puck is starting off more on the heel of the blade right now. You actually want to start it on the toe, so as you pull, it's going to start to load up the flex a little earlier, but then you re-strike it in the heel. So now as you push off though, it does actually, now it gets to the toe of your blade, separates, re-strike it off the heel of your front foot, good angle leaning in, rolling the wrists over, good timing. Just want to have a little bit more of a knee bend. But at the same time, the synthetic ice, until you're fully comfortable on it,
I think that's
it feels like you want to lock it
I'm not
out.
trying to make excuses, but I think I usually have a better knee bend on my wrist.
Oh, we definitely notice that with players. It's not until you're 100% comfortable on here will you keep that knee bend, but as long as you know, the harder you want to shoot it, the lower you want to get, and the more you want to lean that body up and over on your shot.
Now, in a game situation, most of the time that I'm using a snapshot, I'm actually shooting off my right foot.
More the off foot.
Should we do one? Should we do one like that?
We'll definitely do one of those. And we actually like to teach the front foot forward first, because that one's going to be able to get more leg power into the shot. Where the off foot shot's a quicker release, but it's all leaning on the stick and the timing of your wrist rolling over. I'm ready when you are, Jeremy. Good sound to it. Did you like that one? All right, and the 54. On the off foot shot here, same thing as the front foot forward. Good arm angle, elbow to the end of your blade, heads to the target. So now as you're pushing off from the one foot, hopping onto your other foot, want to have a good knee bend. You are pulling it from the toe, small separation, but right there we see how your stick comes off the ice. So we actually want to keep that toe down, put more pressure on the toe to load up your flex, and that's what's going to cause the puck to separate. You do re-strike it in the pocket of your blade. Just want that puck to be a little closer to the toe of your front foot, which will also force you to be a little bit more of a knee bend, and that'll close that blade up for you. Mainly to help out with the accuracy and the extra power. So you roll your wrist over, pretty good timing, just barely came off the toe because the blade was just that tad bit open. But good angle launching in, your ear is over the knee, over the toe, just to be perfect, we'd have a little bit more of a knee bend, but it will be easier on real ice to get that good knee bend.
Right.
So now, let's take a look at your slap shot.
Okay, let's do it. This is by far my worst shot, so I'm just going to warn you for now.
We'll see what we can do. Try to build that confidence.
Yeah.
Fire in the hole. Not bad. You happy with that shot?
Sure.
66. We even went up a little faster.
Yep.
So now good. I like as you're coming in, you're stepping into it. Could have that head up a little sooner. Blade's a little open, but at least this time you do go a little bit more. Toe down there. Blade barely open at all. Hit it right in the pocket. Snapping the wrists over. Good timing. Nice angle launching into the shot. Your ear does end up over your toe. Just to get that much more power, want to have a little bit more of a knee bend, and then you could even launch that foot actually off the ice. But at the same time, on real ice, when you're more comfortable, it'll be that much easier.
Right.
So now, let me show you our pro here, Al Iafrate. So Al holds the world record for the hardest shot with a wooden stick at 108 miles an hour. So you'll notice, excellent deep knee bend there. Body angle launching into the shot. Ears already up and over the puck. But a key thing on the slap shot, you'll see on the stick how we just see the nameplate and we don't read base. So as he comes in, if you look in the top screen, you'll see how that blade is really turned over. Gonna go toe down, the palm is facing right to the ice. So now as the toe hits, the heel then comes down, sets itself. He loads up that little bit of flex before he even strikes the puck. Want to make contact right off the ball of your front foot. Now the rest of the flex is going to come in. Now you're going to finish rolling those wrists over, pointing at the target just like the other shots. So same thing, really leaning in, ears way up and over the front foot to the target, and that good knee bend. So hips are rotated to the target. Now all that power and energy is going where you want it to go.
It's a lot more power than what I'm doing, for sure.
We'll see, there are definitely similarities, just minor adjustments to be able to get that much more power into your shot. Okay.
So as we're doing this, so we can mix and match sticks to just test different variables.
Exactly.
And then at the end, then I order a custom stick and it's built straight for me.
Correct.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like
Yep,
that.
you get to customize it, whatever grip option you want on there, color option. You even got a nameplate, you can put your name on there and everything.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Now,
so now what?
let's
now
go
we
to
can
the
try
base.
Stick. All right. Beauty. What's different about it?
Okay.
What do we got different?
So what's different now, we're definitely going down a little bit whippier.
Okay.
So you can see here, we're actually starting with the 85 flex. He was currently using 100. So now we're at least going to let him feel more whip, and then we can adjust stiffer if we need to.
Right.
But same blade. I like the curve and lie for you. Notice the puck's coming off pretty flat every time, and you've been using that for so long, you've learned how to use that curve. I don't want to change anything about the curve. It's just dialing you into the right flex now and doing a little bit of adjustment with the body mechanics to get that much more power into the shot.
Okay.
So feel free. We'll start, we'll do a wrist shot, snap, and slap again, so that way we can really break it down. And that way if we see too much flex on the wrist and snap, we can then go ahead and adjust before we get the other shots.
Okay.
All right, Jeremy, camera is all set. Fire in the hole.
I'll try one more.
No problem. Okay, and round two.
Ready?
Go for it. Good weight transfer, a little better with that one. Right on. Okay, so here, perfect arm alignment, head to the target, leaning into your shot, pushing off. Just a little bit, but it's more you're just in that habit of snapping the puck, more pulling from the toe. But we see how we do load up a little more flex in this one than with your 100 flex.
Definitely.
Rolling the wrists over, decent timing. Just came off the toe of your blade a little bit right there. And mainly, that leg just locked out again.
Yep.
So the more we get that head forward, the more the blade's gonna stay cupped and keep that puck in the pocket a little bit longer for you. But you finish excellent job pointing at the target. It's just if we can get that body a little bit more leaned in earlier in the shot, you'll be able to get that extra power.
That's good.
All right, and we did get 56 with that one. Okay, so now you are pulling a little bit more from the toe. Stick just comes off the ice a little bit. So what's happening here?
Keep that low.
It does strike it in the pocket, but you almost miss it. You can see there how there's a gap. You're barely striking just the top of the puck there. So we want to try to keep more pressure down on the ice, but definitely more flex on this one.
Yeah.
So
one for a deeper knee bend too. I think I actually did it on that.
Yeah, definitely more of a knee bend than you had been doing. So right here, you see how your blade gets a lot more square to the target.
Yep.
This is where we want to be re-striking the puck at. So you're just separating it a little bit early and striking it back in the middle of your stance, which is why the blade is open. So if I bring up Cliff's shot here again, we see as he's going to pull, launch, separate the puck a little bit more in the middle of his stance,
yep,
and re-strike it closer to the middle. So you see how the blade's more squared out,
yep,
and then the wrists snap over. But if we look at the finishes here, I'll bring yours around. Good timing of those wrists rolling over. So we do see on the finish, good angle launching in. The only real difference is that knee bend.
Never knew I had a knee bend problem.
And you probably don't on real ice, but it's just that much harder on the synthetic until you're really comfortable. Okay, camera's all set and ready for the off foot.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so here, coming in again, perfect arm angle, head to the target. You just separate the puck a little bit soon. Stick comes off the ice, which is why the blade's just that little bit open. So ultimately, we want to re-strike it close to the toe or a little bit more forward, especially on that off foot. But at least we can see you're loading up some flex on this with the 85.
Yeah, there's definitely more flex there.
And able to get that extra turbo boost. It's just main thing on your shot is keeping more of a knee bend. Puck's perfect location, hammer down. .67. All right, let's look at this one. Or did you like that one?
That's good enough. I don't think I kicked my back leg up, but
a better knee bend, at least on the downswing there. Foot is off the ice. That's more the flex I want to see for you. Rolling the wrists over a tad bit late, but good mechanics otherwise. Ears up and over the toe. Could have a little more of the knee bend, but I like how you launched up and into the shot. Really try to get all that power in there. So if we play it here, puck's in a good location. You will be hitting it from about the heel of that front foot. Could go a little more toe down, but at least it hits flush. Strikes it right in the pocket of your blade. Go to snap those wrists over. It just came off the toe a little bit.
Yep.
Still excellent technique, and that slap shot's not one you use very often in your game style anyways, that more that snapshot. But definitely I'm liking just going down to that 85 flex for you, and then once that mechanics just get a little more up and over, you're going to notice a huge difference on ice on how much power you get in your shot.
Cool. That's very useful. All right, man. Well, thanks for that, Paul. That was really
no
great.
problem at all, Jeremy.
It's always, I always like having my weaknesses exposed. So, continually improving, and I definitely got a lot to work on. So, I appreciate it, but why don't you tell us, if you want to get a fitting, what do we need to do to get a hold of you, or where are the locations? What do we need to do to get ourselves fitted?
So we've got a couple of fitting centers in Canada, Vancouver. We've also got another facility in Edmonton, Calgary, and even in Toronto.
Okay.
And we're working on getting more stuff set up in the United States. But best way is just check out our website, basehockey.ca.
Okay.
Give them a call there, and our office can sort of help you figure out what the closest location is to where you're at. And if maybe I'm going to be on a mobile unit somewhere in the States, and we can try to meet up.
So if you're not close enough to an actual location, you guys do travel a little bit, and we can come to you?
Mm-hmm. We do mobile units.
Come to us, I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Mobile units. We'll bring our synthetic ice, our tarp, our radar gun, all our sticks, and get everybody fit to the proper spec, flex, lie, and curve.
All right, perfect, man. Well, thank you again.
No problem.